Hi, and welcome to Simple Logistics. So today we are going to discuss a little bit about inventory count and what is the best inventory count for your company. So there are basically two types of inventory count. The most common type or the most traditional type of inventory count is the physical inventory. It's usually annual or biannual. Usually, when this type of inventory count is done, is on a weekend or something like that, a holiday. So you pay overtime, even a working day, and you close your business. There is no material coming in or out, and all of that is to give you time to count all SKUs on your warehouse and convert the virtual amount of goods, the amount of goods that is in the warehouse management system or ERP or any other software where you hold that information, or even a book. So you're going to confirm the virtual information with the physical, the actual stock for each SKU. When the physical inventory count is done, what you do, you want most of your employees to do that quickly. To do that within a weekend, you probably will need almost all your staff counting. And what you want to do is, when you find some divergency between the physical count and the system information, virtual information, you have to count it again to make sure it was not an error during counting. And then if you still find the same divergency between the physical count and the system count, then you have to adjust your virtual stock. So that's how you find inaccuracies in your stock, in your virtual stock control, or in your warehouse management system. And it's common to have those discrepancies. Everything that is done manually, for example, invoice input or even leaking the goods, there is a potential for human error. You can read or scan, you are reading and scanning a pallet full of boxes, and you can skip one of those boxes. That will create a discrepancy, or some other type of mistake. It's really easy and common to have small discrepancies in your virtual inventory. So that's why it's important to have the physicals at least once a year, and that's the common practice in business everywhere. There is a small difference between inventory counts from country to country depending on the legislation. Probably accounting is going to tell logistics what to do to keep it within the regulations regarding the best accounting practices. But at the end, logistics is responsible for the inventory counts. And the physical or annual or biannual inventory count is just one type of inventory count. So in most legislations, it is allowed also to have a type of inventory count that we call it cyclical or cycle count. So in the cycle count, what you do is you count a few SKUs every day. What you do is you get all your SKUs. Most of times, warehouses will have an ABC classification of their SKUs. So SKUs type A are very important. SKUs type C are not that important. And then you kind of shadow to count all of these SKUs. Type C SKUs, you can count them once every 2 or 3 months. They are not that important. SKUs type A, you count them at least every month, but if those items are very important, if they are easily stolen or something like that, maybe you should count them twice per month. So to do that, you gotta have a specific team, a group of workers, which are specialized inventory counting. That way, they'll every day at the beginning of their shift, they will count all SKUs which are planned for that day. Later, they can do other stuff in the warehouse, but their main priority, their main task is to count the SKUs which are planned for that given day. So if they follow the schedule, you're going to have at least all the A type and B type SKUs. It's not necessary to close the operation. It's not necessary to work overtime or to work during weekends or something like that. You're not going to have people that are not trained doing inventory. So it will make easier, it will make it more accurate, it will make a better process overall. So I would tell you that for medium-sized and big-sized companies, which have a large enough work team, it's better to use cycle counts for inventory management and to have a specific team for cycle counts. For a small business where you don't have a large team, the physical annual inventory count is still the way to go. So if you own or if you operate a small business, you can keep doing your physical, even annual inventory count, and it is okay. If you do it properly with good planning, you're going to keep accuracy at a good level. But if you are operating a larger warehouse, consider cycle count. That's better and that's more modern, that's more accurate, and you will spot problems sooner. Okay, so those are my tips for today. Thank you guys for following our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button to be notified when we have new videos here on the channel. Thank you very much. Bye.